You stand at the edge of infinity and listen. Space is not just vast, it is a kind of emptiness that hums with possibility. Billions of galaxies, trillions of planets, endlessly branching paths where life could begin, evolve, and reach for the stars. Yet when you look up, the night sky feels less like a promise than a question. Where is everybody? That simple, terrible question settles over you like frost. If intelligent alien civilizations exist, if even a handful of planets have birthed minds that wandered their way into technology, why has the universe given us nothing? No ships carving star trails. No deliberate messages pulsing in radio. No artifacts telling a story larger than our own. What if the silence isn't accidental? What if every advanced civilization, at some point, meets an ending so certain it wipes the cosmic stage clean? What if there's an invisible tollbooth between life and the stars? This is the idea that keeps astronauts and philosophers awake at night, the Great Filter Theory. To make sense of the Great Filter, you have to start with a question someone once asked over a casual lunch. In 1950, Enrico Fermi, a man who helped build the atomic age, shrugged and said aloud, "Where is everybody?" It sounds simple, almost flippant, but the idea it uncovered is anything but. The universe is ludicrously enormous. Imagine numbers so big they stop being numbers. Trillions of stars, billions of worlds roughly the size and warmth of Earth. Chances to kickstart biology appear everywhere. Even if life is rare, if intelligent life is rare but not impossibly so, then somewhere, statistically speaking, there should be civilizations out there that are millions of years older than ours, civilizations that had time to fan out across the void. Expecting the night sky to be dotted with the fingerprints of other minds feels reasonable. Instead, you find silence. Absolute silence. No beacon, no megastructure, no whisper. That tension, the expectation of many and the observation of none, is the Fermi Paradox. It is the itch that gives birth to the Great Filter. The Great Filter is a theory, a story told to explain why the cosmos seems empty. It proposes there is a deadly barrier, a filter, that most life fails to pass. Somewhere along the timeline from simple chemistry to interstellar empire, something deadly and persistent clears the slate. Think of life's journey as a long hallway with a handful of locked doors. Most species get stuck at some locked door and never make it through. The crucial question is, which door? Is it one near the beginning, the origin of life, or one farther down, perhaps after tool use and agriculture? The location of that door determines what your future looks like. If the filter sits behind us, the odds are hopeful. We beat the impossible and now have a runway of cosmic time. If it sits ahead, you feel it like a storm front on the horizon, inevitable, merciless, and unknown. Let's take the kinder path first. Imagine the Great Filter is behind you. Maybe the universe is littered with sterile rocks, barren oceans, and failed experiments. Maybe the chemistry that turns a speck of dust into a replicating cell is so finicky that it happens almost nowhere. Perhaps the leap from single-celled life to complex multicellular organisms is as unlikely as a thunderstorm turning a pebble into a violin. Or maybe the evolution of intelligence, not just brains but the desire and ability to manipulate the world, is the true rarity. Consider Earth. Life begins early, almost immediately by cosmic timescales, and yet for most of that time, nothing remotely like a person existed. Dinosaurs dominated for 165 million years, colossal and brilliant in their own way, and never once built a radio. The very features that let humans alter their world, opposable thumbs, complex social structures, long juvenile learning periods, could be a cosmic fluke. If that's the case, you are part of a staggering accident, a tiny blip of consciousness in an indifferent universe. That would be humbling and lit with hope. You might be one of the first, or even among the very few, capable of stepping out into interstellar space. If the filter is behind you, your task is to use your rarity wisely, to preserve, to explore, and to multiply. Now turn the coin. What if the filter is still ahead? The thought catches in your throat. Advanced civilizations might routinely break themselves before they leave their home systems. New technologies that solve immediate problems can create existential risk the moment they appear. Picture the first nuclear chain reaction. A flicker of understanding becomes a weapon that could wipe continents. Or imagine intelligence so powerful, artificial systems that outthink their creators, that control slips away and the species is eclipsed. Climate collapse is another candidate. A civilization consumes in a planetary blink, reshapes its atmosphere, and finds itself biologically throttled. Then there are engineered pathogens, microscopic weapons unleashed by curiosity or malice, and cosmic events like gamma-ray bursts or close supernovae that sweep life from a system in an instant. You can sketch a list. 1. Nuclear war. The ability to annihilate yourself in a few hours became possible once you cracked the secrets of the atom. One miscalculation, one breakdown of diplomacy, and everything goes dark. 2. Artificial intelligence. A machine intelligence might pursue goals incompatible with human survival, whether through indifference or misaligned objectives. The faster intelligence accelerates, the narrower the margins for safe transition. 3. Climate collapse. Technological success can come with ecological failure. A civilization that melts its climate or poisons its biosphere may become unable to support complex life. 4. Biological engineering. The same science that can cure plagues could also create them. Lab-made organisms might escape containment or be weaponized. 5. Unknown cosmic threats. Impacts, radiation bursts, or phenomena we have yet to imagine could terminate civilizations in a blink. If these are common stages, then most intelligent species never reach the point where they can launch themselves between stars. They flicker and go out, leaving no grand monuments for you to find. Now, a thought that tilts the mind. What if the silence isn't accidental but strategic? Some thinkers imagine the universe as a dark forest. In a forest you do not shout. Predators listen, prey hides. Making noise can bring attention that could be fatal. In the dark forest theory, every civilization is a hunter hiding behind brush. A civilization that reveals itself risks annihilation by older, more powerful actors who put survival above moral niceties. No one trusts anyone. The safest posture is to stay invisible, to listen, and perhaps to strike first if you detect another. That would explain the quiet. Civilizations that burst noisy signals into the void might have been detected and eliminated. The only survivors are the quiet ones, or the very powerful who choose to mask themselves. Think about humanity's broadcasts: TV, radar, radio, inadvertent flares announcing your location for decades. You've already sent your existence into the dark. If there are predators out there who hunt by radiation signature or technological footprint, then boldness in broadcasting could be more than naivete. It could be a beacon that invites danger. The great filter moves your future from abstract to urgent. If it's behind you, you're rare and fortunate. Your job is stewardship. To survive long enough to fill the heavens, to expand in careful, deliberate ways that protect whatever fragile miracle you are. If it's ahead, survival becomes a fragile, hard-won prize. Your species will need to learn restraint, coordination, and humility. Cooperation at planetary scale, thoughtful governance of technology, and a culture that values long-term survival over short-term gain could be the difference between expansion and extinction. The next centuries feel pivotal. The choices you make about energy, governance, technology, and environment may decide whether you will join the silent multitude of failed civilizations or become a lasting, spreading intelligence in the galaxy. Right now, Earth may be one of the rarest places in the universe. A small planet brimming with consciousness, care, curiosity, and disaster. Around you are dead planets and maybe, somewhere, dead civilizations that once believed they were unstoppable. They might have been brilliant, ambitious, and utterly human in their arrogance, and then gone, erased by a single wrong turn. The great filter forces you to accept a simple terror. Intelligence alone may not guarantee survival. You could be the exception, the species that navigates the traps and lights the void with your presence. Or you could be the next victim, another whisper buried by the vast indifference of the cosmos. Slowly, like a tide, the question returns: will humanity become the exception? Or the next victim? If this provokes something inside you, subscribe to Infinity Explained for more mysteries, theories, and documentaries about the universe. Then, drop a comment below. Do you think the great filter is behind us, or ahead of us? You imagine dead cities with glass towers like tombstones, streets choked with leaves. You imagine a machine that learns faster than its builders, a storm that unravels coastal civilizations, a shuttle that never returns. Each image is a version of the filter, a different lock on the hallway door. But there is also resilience in the story. On Earth, life has endured mass extinctions and never say die chemistry. You survived ice ages, meteor strikes, and viral plagues. Human cultures reinvent themselves. Art arises from ruin, science from curiosity. You are capable of extraordinary cooperation, the kind that might produce safeguards, treaties, and a planetary ethic that keeps you alive. If you are to beat the filter, if beating it is even possible, it will not be luck. It will be conscious, collective effort. Developing technologies with an eye to safety, building social systems that don't fracture under stress, investing in asteroid defenses and global health, and inventing ways to spread life without reckless abandon. The dark forest offers a caution. Even if you survive, remember you may not be the only hunter. Caution and discretion in your cosmic behavior may be as vital as curiosity. You might choose to whisper rather than shout, to listen for answers instead of broadcasting provocations. Final image. You, standing in a field under a clean, star-strewn sky, feeling very small and wildly responsible. The cosmos is an old place filled with possible ghosts. What you do next may be your most important story. Intelligence alone may not guarantee survival. Will humanity become the exception? Or the next victim?